is Cole Dunningson, and today is my goal to educate you and inform you of the importance of the execution of proper technique for the skill of reblocking for the position of middle blocker in the sport of volleyball. So, how many of you have played or watched the sport of volleyball and wondered about the specific roles and positions or technical demands of these positions? A couple of you? I'm seeing a few hands. So today I want to share the insights into the critical position of middle blocker in volleyball and the most important skill required to excel in this role, read blocking. As a longtime high-level volleyball player and enthusiast, I have both observed and experienced firsthand the significance and importance of a middle blocker who is highly adept at the skill of read blocking in terms of increasing the likelihood of a team winning a match. To enhance your understanding of the skill of read blocking, we're going to be exploring the following three topics: the importance of footwork, handwork, and eye work, the tactical and mental side of read blocking, and leading a front court block defense to success and winning the match. So before delving into the specifics of the skill of read blocking and leading a block defense to success on the mental side of things, let's first understand why the skill of read blocking is so crucial from a physical standpoint. So, read blocking is the central defensive role of middle blocker. It's the most important skill that their job of executing entails. So it consists of reading the opposing setter and trying to pick up as much information as possible to determine which attacker he is going to set in order to attempt to block the ball, to stop it from crossing the plane of the net, with the goal of either scoring block points or slowing the ball down, getting positive touches to allow your backcourt defense to give it to your team setter, so you can transition from defense to offense and score the ball. So some physical cues that are important to setting up in order to make the move for read blocking are having your knees slightly bent in a quarter squat position, having weight shifted slightly forward over your toes. Your hands should be extended in front of you with your elbows bent at a 45-degree angle, parallel to your chest with your hands at about chin height in order to be able to have your hands loaded and be able to shoot them quickly over the net to block the ball if need be. So the most optimal body positioning is standing facing the net at about 4 arms length away. So the process is as follows. Once an opposing player passes the ball to the setter after your team has served, this is when the importance of footwork, handwork, and eye work come into play. So making a move. Now that the setter is about to get the ball, you should feel like you're in an athletic posture, ready to move quickly. The first key, in terms of eye work, is picking up the setter's hands with your eyes as the ball peeks from the pass to the opposing player to determine where it's going to land and in turn where the setter is going to be setting the ball from. It's important to continue watching the setter's hands, and as they get the ball, to shoot your hands in the direction they set and drive with the following leg to create an explosive first step. The second step should be a crossover where you plant your lead leg and follow through with your back leg. After this step has been planted, it's important to swing the trailing leg back around so your toes face towards the net. Once the block has been closed with your feet and your body as close to the wing blockers on your side of the net as possible, it's important that you lock your eyes on the attacker that the set has chosen to set in order to determine information about their angle of attack, what kind of attack they might do, be it a tip, a roll shot, or a hard-driven spike. Next, it's important to jump up and press your hands over the net as you elevate towards the apex of your jump to seal off as much of the attacker as possible, line of attack as possible. Now this is why the forearm length spacing from the net comes into play. If you're too tight to the net, it's very hard to go up. You have to wait longer to be able to press your hands over the plane of the net. But if you're the perfect distance, not too far or not too close to the net, it's really easy to, as you elevate from your jump, to press your hands into positive space over the net and seal off the blockers, both line of sight and line of attack, to increase your likelihood of getting the block. Now that we grasp the importance of the physical side of read blocking, which as stated consists of solid footwork, handwork, and eye work, let's explore the mental and tactical side of read blocking. Identifying the setter's tendencies and the strongest attackers in the opposing team by rotation is extremely important for this aspect of the skill. This allows you to anticipate the different attackers' consistent choice of hitting trajectory and adjust where you start on the horizontal axis of the net accordingly. Anticipating the setter's choices based on circumstances of the game, such as set score, which attacker is on a roll or has the hot hand, location of the pass relative to the setter, are all important considerations when determining and picking up information in order to anticipate where the setter is likely to set. It's also important to do preparation and do due diligence before matches to make this even easier. So ways that you can improve your ability to do this is watching opposing setters in all possible rotations from previous matches, looking for any possible tells, like you can call it a poker face, that they might have, which telegraph which attacker or which location they're going to set the ball head to before they actually do it. Additionally, by doing due diligence, you're allowing yourself to comfortably take some risk by playing the odds based on statistical analysis of who the setters are observed and therefore more likely to set in which situation specifically. With a more solid awareness of both the physical and mental factors important to the skill of reblocking, it is important now to be made aware of the interpositional communicative aspect of reblocking. So manning a block defense line. Communication with teammates, especially in the front line of the net, is extremely important. Coordination with other blockers to form an effective block, such as where to set up before starting the block move and which angles to take away when blocking based on opposing attackers / setter tendencies, is extremely important for executing this skill. Additionally, it's really important for clear communication with the front row attackers or the front row blockers to make an effort to communicate with backward defenders to cover any gaps, as it is impossible to close the block 100% of the time. With the speed of the game, and if the attacker has all 4 options present based on the quality of the pass that the opposing receivers make, it is sometimes very difficult. Therefore, it's important to have your back row defenders ready to dig the ball if it's hard driven and you don't end up getting the block. You can still keep your eye alive. It's also important and a very good tool to use the time between rallies to talk about how to adjust the blocking line based on any changes that need to be made from the initial game plan. So, say for example, a certain position is getting a lot of volume, it's okay to talk about maybe taking a step towards that player before the setter even has the ball, as then you have a shorter distance to close and are more likely to get there and form a solid block and increase the likelihood of blocking that attacker. This is why it's important to study the opposing teammates, the opposing hitters, not just by yourself, but also with teammates present and formulating strategies accordingly. This is highly important for building a lead by scoring points from your team's service phase of the game, and not just side out, and for slowing down and stopping the momentum of the ball, even if the attacker attacks the ball and you get a touch on it and it's not a kill block, as it still creates an easier time for the back row defenders on your side to create transition opportunities from defense to offense to increase the likelihood of winning that rally. Considering everything stated so far, it's evident that mastering the skill of reblocking is one that is highly complex and requires a combination of physical, mental, and interpersonal attributes. The skill of reblocking is crucial for both individual and team success, making it imperative that it is a skill that should be a focus of consideration in terms of being refined. I hope this information has provided you with a deeper understanding of the skills and strategies involved in effectively executing the skill of reblocking. As volleyball enthusiasts, I hope this spreads the appreciation that I and others have for the players who take the demanding role of executing and refining this and many other relevant skills in the sport of volleyball. Thank you. Have a great day.